Hi students, welcome to my YouTube channel Lokesh Gupta Chemistry Classes. Today our topic is solutions for JEE Mains 2020 January spell. Today I am going to give the solutions from the chapter Hydrogen and its compounds. From this chapter, from all the 6 papers together, 4 questions given. One question given from hydrogen isotopes, 2 questions given from hardness of the water, one question given from hydrogen peroxide. Let me explain one by one. This question was given on 8th January afternoon. The question is, hydrogen has 3 isotopes A, B and C. If the number of neutrons in A, B and C respectively are X, Y and Z, the number of X, Y and Z it is the easiest question. Now, what is the formula for number of neutrons, mass number minus atomic number? We know that hydrogen has 3 isotopes, protium, deuterium, tritium. Now, number of neutrons in protium, 1 minus 1, 0. Deuterium, 2 minus 1, 1. Tritium, 3 minus 1, 2. So what is the total number of neutrons? 0 plus 1 plus 2, 3 neutrons. That is fourth option. Now come to the next question. It was given on 7th January forenoon. Now the question is, in comparison to the zeolite process, for the removal of permanent hardness, the synthetic resins method is first option less efficient as it exchanges only cation. Second option more efficient as it can exchange only cations. Third option more efficient as it can exchange both cations and anions. Fourth option less efficient as the resins cannot be regenerated. Now what is the correct statement? See, this one wrong statement. See, resins can be regenerated. Cation exchange resin, anion exchange resin, both can be regenerated. So it is incorrect. When compared with the zeolite process, this synthetic resin method more advantageous. Why? Because in the zeolite process, we can remove the only cations. But in the synthetic resin method, we can remove all the cations in the water. Those cations may or may not cause the hardness. Next, by using the anion exchange resin, we can remove all the anions present in the water. Those may or may not cause the hardness. So with the help of cation exchange resin, we can remove all the cations. With the help of anion exchange resin, we can remove all the anions. Because of this reason, this synthetic resin method is more advantageous than the zeolite method. So now the answer is third one. This synthetic resin method is more efficient as it can exchange both cations and anions. See, in this synthetic resin method, we remove all the cations and anions. So now resulted water is not only the soft water, it is a deionized water or demineralized water. Okay. Now come to the next question. Given on 9th January forenoon. The question is, the hardness of water sample containing 10 to the power minus 3 molar magnesium sulfate expressed as CaCO3 equivalence in ppm is. See, hardness is due to the chlorides, sulfates and bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium. So this is 6 different salts responsible for hardness. That's not due to the single type of salt. That's why other than these 6 salts, CaCO3 taken as reference to express the degree of hardness. Now, see, we have to know one point. 1 mole of any hardness responsible salt is equivalent to the 1 mole of CaCO3. So with this logic, we can convert the weight of hardness responsible salt in the hard water to the CaCO3 equivalent weight. Now what is the degree of hardness, number of parts by weight of CaCO3 present, which is equivalent to the hardness responsible salt weight in 1 million grams or 1 million parts per weight of hard water is called degree of hardness, or simply number of grams of CaCO3 which is equivalent to the weight of hardness responsible salt present in 1 million grams of hard water is called degree of hardness. Now see what they said, that hard water sample has 10 to the power minus 3 molar magnesium sulfate, means 10 to the power minus 3 moles of magnesium sulfate per 1 liter of the water. Water density nearly 1 gram per milliliter. So 1 liter 1000 ml means 1000 grams. So in 1000 grams of the water, 10 to the power minus 3 moles of magnesium sulfate present. We define the hardness in ppm parts per million. Now, in 1 million grams of water means 10 lakhs, means 10 to the power 6 grams water. How many moles of magnesium sulfate present? If we simplify it, now you will get 1 mole magnesium sulfate. Now what we know, 1 mole of any hardness responsible salt is equivalent to the 1 mole of CaCO3. Now in this 1 million grams of our hard water sample, 1 mole of magnesium sulfate present, which is equivalent to 1 mole CaCO3, which is equivalent to 100 grams of CaCO3. So in 1 million grams of hard water, 100 grams of CaCO3 equivalent present. So in 1 million grams of hard water, 100 grams of CaCO3. So what will be the degree of hardness? 100 parts per million. So answer is 100 for this numerical value type question. Now come to the next question. It was given on 7th January afternoon. Now the question is, among the statements A to B, the correct one is R. Correct statement. Decomposition of hydrogen peroxide gives a dioxygen. Dioxygen means O2. This is correct only. Hydrogen peroxide decomposes slowly to give water and oxygen. So it is correct statement. Like hydrogen peroxide, compounds such as KClO3, lead nitrate, sodium nitrate, when heated, liberated dioxin. This one also correct. KClO3 on thermal decomposition gives KCl plus O2. Next, lead nitrate on heating in a dye test tube, it will decompose with a crackling sound. Then PbO, NO2 plus O2 you will get. Next, sodium nitrate also, NaNO3 also. This on decomposition, you will get in this case nitrite only. Nitrite plus oxygen gas liberated. 1A group nitrates except lithium on thermal decomposition gives nitrite plus oxygen gas. But lithium, next 2A group and heavy metal nitrates in generally on thermal decomposition gives metal oxide NO2 plus O2. So this statement also correct. Next, 2-ethyl anthraquinone is used for the industrial preparation of hydrogen peroxide. Correct only. Now in this method, 2-ethyl anthraquinone, through this hydrogen gas passed, it is reduced to 2-ethyl anthraquinol. Now O2 gas passed. Now 2-ethyl anthraquinol oxidized to 2-ethyl anthraquinone plus hydrogen peroxide formed. It is called auto-oxidation method. So this one also correct. Next, hydrogen peroxide is used for the manufacturing of sodium perborate. Correct only. Boric acid on reaction with sodium hydroperoxide or otherwise hydrogen peroxide plus NaOH base. Then you will get sodium peroxoborate, which is used as brightener in the detergents. So in the sodium peroxoborate preparation also, we use the hydrogen peroxide. So all the 4 statements are correct. So now what is the answer? Third option. So These are the questions given in 2020 January spell from this chapter. Okay students, if you like my video, please subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon to get all my notifications. Okay, bye students. We will meet again with another concept.